Anyway, welcome on guys, to another episode of this pet Conjurer. We're gonna start Ultimate today. Log into Ultimate, let's go. Last time you leveled a pet build, it was after the rework where they made pets a lot less dependent on gear or no levels, and it felt very good. Did they fix the shader thing, by the way? I'm not sure. I mean, it doesn't say they fixed it, so I would assume they didn't. Just play on medium for now. Okay, so ultimate pets, I mean, what do? You just face roll the game and that's all you do, right? We have all the rest capped here. We have all the rest capped for the pets, I think, as well. Actually, no, we don't have bleed capped yet. And Fizz is at 47. Is cold Conjurer a thing? You can do cold pets Conjurer, yeah. I mean, it's not necessarily the best pet build, I think, but you can make it work, yeah. Of course, worse than Beast Collar. I mean, Beast Collar is getting some nerfs, so... Is Pet Conjurer stronger than Pet Kabbalist? I mean, all things considered, generally, yes. They made a dash further. 10 meters? Yeah. I still think like 9 is better for early and like 10 is better for late game, but... That's like a personal thing. That said, the old one was good. I mean, it already was better than no jump, you know? I just said the animation was bad, but I don't know. Why is Pet Conjurer better? It's easier to gear. Endgame. And also like with gear, pets die less and have like the same damage. It's also easier to like max out your pet resistances. Like that's just like in the classes themselves, it's really like so much easier to like max out your pet res if you're a Conjurer than like any Necro. Which gets changed a bit, right? Master of Death giving you like Chaos res for pets now at least. And it's still not Pierce res, which I feel like is harder to get for pets usually than Chaos res, but at least it's something, you know. Worse. Oh yeah, the RR is also kind of iffy on Necro. Like, you gotta be, like, you have to be hit, right? You have to get hit to, like, trigger your resistance reduction. And like getting hit on a pet build, it's like no thanks, right? No thanks. So Necro would have to like make up for that by like having, I don't know, either like better itemization or just like the better pets, but it doesn't really have either of that, so... I mean, there are like certain pet Necro builds that are definitely totally fine, but like all things considered, especially like when you have almost no items to choose from, Conjurer is just like more solid in general. Yeah, I think the Necro exclusive is probably gonna be fine now. I mean, it still has no crit damage, right? It still doesn't have 33% crit damage that like Primal Bond has. Like, the crit damage of Primal Bond is still a bit out of control, I feel like, compared to like anything else, but... oh well. I could try like, I don't know, like a pet skeleton Kabbalist maybe like after this as well. Not sure, not sure. If people wanna, like people wanna see more pets even, right? You could play more pets on stream. I mean, I kinda don't wanna see more pets in my stream, but... yeah, Prime Bond also has percent absorb, right? Like what does Master of Death have? It has like DA, it has OA for some reason, and it has Vitreous, right? Aren't skellies unplayable because you can't target what kind of skeletons you get? I would say saying they're unplayable because of that is a bit like far-fetched. And if you wanna like min-max the last like percent out of them, then you're not necessarily wrong. That it's kind of weird for min-maxing. Like you have to like technically like resummon all of them all the time until you get like the perfect combination that you want, right? And then in the fight you just, well, just hope that you get the right ones. But I wouldn't say it's like unplayable because of that. It seems very far-fetched. And like, I mean for people that get like their OCD triggered like easily, I guess it's maybe unplayable, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, maybe like the balance between the skeletons should be better. Like the mages are just fucking OP, right? And everything else is kind of eh. They could like buff all other skeletons. Maybe like not the base one, but like the archers and the Death Knight thingies, right? You wrecked Balik, how you man? Welcome on, welcome on. Could use a unsummoned target pet skill if you wanted to address it, but it is not needed. Well, it's not gonna work with skeletons. Like skeletons work differently, right? We already have like unsummoned pet for like all pets except for skeletons pretty much. But skeletons are like set up a bit differently. We were playing D4, Resident Sleeper. Yeah, I would fall asleep with that game as well, honestly. D4, what the fuck? At least D4 skellies were glowing. Shining bright like a diamond. That looked so bad, by the way. I mean, I'm pretty sure like Season 2 made like the game better for the Giga casuals, and like it actually fixed some issues that are like, you know, annoying and like early to mid game, but like end game is still... Balance is also...
Good, you're back.
I don't fucking know, man.
Meow 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 yeah.
Meow. Meow meow. Thanks for the resub, Scrap. Welcome, welcome. 19 billion months. Welcome back to the Bloomers. Much appreciated. I mean, the game has like technically endgame, but like it's so fucked and lazy. I can't even know, man. keepers. Is that a keeper? Well, are you still awake or already awake? Scrub. I hope you're like already awake. Katze, meow. Okay, did we get the guy? Yeah, we got the Luther Grace guy. Could just do this, right? Not enough materials? Okay, never mind, we can't. Wait, did I put my... I have my scratch and my stab, yeah. My scrap in my stash. Yep. He woke up unusually early today. Grim Dawn 3rd expansion 1. But at some point next year, we don't know when, and I would not assume it's gonna be early next year, rather like second half of next year. For your shift at the unemployment fact, wait, what? Did you Nani? I thought you had like a good job. What happened? What? Wait, does it mean you can stream more? I mean, it's not gonna make a living, but... Neat? What does a neat mean? Yo, Flames, welcome on. I've been neat for almost 10 years. But is neat like slang for being unemployed? I've like legit never heard it. What do you mean? I don't read, I guess. I don't read enough. Not in education, employment, or training. Ah. I see. I literally never heard it before. I'm not even joking.
Oh, hello, traveler.
What's the best damage time for pets? I mean, it used to be physical and bleed, but both of those are getting nerfed next patch. I mean, at least bleed especially is getting nerfed next patch. But I don't know, we'll see. To be honest, bleed is getting like slightly nerfed on the pet stuff side, but it's also getting like globally buffed with like enemies having less bleed resistance, so I guess bleed pets are still gonna be fine. But like they are definitely getting like a comparative nerf compared to like other pet damage types, which is fine because they were like pretty fucking strong before in a way.
Move along.
Oh, if you wanna check out the 1.2 like test patch, playtest patch, what's it called? Patch notes? There we go. You can check out the second link. Nice try, Rectos. What do you mean? I literally didn't know what neat means. I mean, I know neat with an A, right? N-E-A-T. Neato. Anyway. I mean, I've not been like a... I mean, I've been a neat for like a month, I think, in my year. In my entire life so far. Like 1 or 2 months. At least on paper. Never longer than that. And like, yeah, it was like, I think like 2 or 3 months in total. Something like that. Nice. You can check out this one. Yeah, don't link that fucking shit. Indeed, yeah. Like, I know you're memeing, but still, like, you're actually giving views to that if you do it like that, right? Next time spam. I mean, fair, yeah. Honestly, fair. Okay, where did I put my points now, honestly? Eldrig. Away for pets. Kerplunk is always mean, dude. What do you mean? Kerplunk is a big meanie. Big bully. Big bully. Should spawn my temporary pets against like anything elite, honestly, all the time. What am I doing? It's lacking. That abomination is 30 minutes long and React made a 2 video out of it. React God? Yeah, I mean... Quinn can learn from me, I guess. Quinn can learn how to stall from me. I offer paid courses, of course not free, but... yeah, if you wanna like learn how to like stall properly with like React clips, then... You can email to my business email, I guess. More React content when? Yeah, I've been thinking about doing it soon actually again, I guess. We could either do like another video film or like something else. Like somebody else, I don't know. Whatever you have, it's like good content. Got the freeze loader, nice. I mean, it's kind of only nice if you're playing Promise Strike, but still nice. D4 stream when? I think neither Ground Zero nor me have even bought the game yet. D4 mixed? Yeah. It was a free weekend trial for D4. I mean, I already played the beta. Like I played like all the... I played all the betas, except for the one endgame beta that was like 3 years ago. I played the 3 like beta weekends. And the free trial weekends are the same shit, right? So, I don't know. I mean, I got a feeling for how the game worked, and I gave it like, what, like a 7 out of 10 on the first weekend, then maybe like a 5 out of 10 the second weekend. Right, it's D4 out of 10, right, after all. I think it's not like a bad game, but it lacks a bit. And I mean, I wouldn't even mind that. Like, I would actually play Diablo 4 if they just removed the shop, right? If they removed battle passes in the shop, I would play the game. But like, if they had battle pass and the shop in the game, which I don't think it's like a no-go for me, but then the game has to be like actually good, you know? But it's not that good. Blizz made a statue of the top finishers from like season 1, or like season 0 rather, for the hardcore event. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of cheesy as well, to be honest. And also, I mean, people were like paying, right, to play early. So, I don't know, man. Like, all the moves they did when it comes to like monetization anyway are, in my opinion, just so scummy that the game has to be really fucking good, you know? To like make up for that. But it's just not that good, so I don't know. I'm not saying it's a terrible game, honestly. I don't think it's terrible. but it's just not good enough to compensate for like having all that monetization shit in the game as well. Or like all those weird schemes. Even like outside of the game. I don't know, it's just fucking annoying to me. What is this? Rift Hound leg wraps. This gives us more armor, skill points, Inferno Breath and Ground Slam. But I mean, it's not Bismuth Sect, right? It doesn't have like... Okay, I don't need the Poison Rest actually. I don't really need the Elemental Rest either, unless my pet dies. I don't need the Bleed Rest, sorry, either. Okay, so like rest-wise for myself, this would be a fine change, right? Bonuses for pets though? I mean, Taskmaster has Fizz Rest for pets, right? And 8% away. And Chaos Rest. Okay, Chaos Rest would not be a problem actually. I mean, these are good. Like, I'll keep them. Definitely keep them and like keep an eye out for them. But
I need some time. Welcome to
Bobby Kotick is leaving. Yeah, after like milking all the players. Now it's Microsoft. I mean, is Microsoft gonna milk less? I don't know. Bill Gates more ethical than Billy Kotick? I don't know, maybe. Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to tell, honestly. People shit on Windows for no reason. I think people shit on Windows for a reason, actually. But it's not as bad overall as people say it is. Bill Gates is a horrible person who personates the 1%. I mean, Billy Kotick is too, right? So... as I said, like, is he worse or not? No idea. Didn't he steal Microsoft by stealing the code for DOS? Start Microsoft by stealing DOS? I mean, kinda. I'm not saying they're all terrible. I just don't know. Bill Gates is more or less terrible than Billy Kotick because I don't know them well enough. At least, like, Melinda Gates is an actual decent person, I feel like. Is she called Melinda? Dude, I don't even fucking know. Like, his wife. Is it Melinda guy? Oh, yeah. He bought DOS and his mom slept with one of the IBM bosses. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. I mean, I don't know if true or not. Like, all of these stories, I mean, probably true, but actually proven untrue, maybe, maybe not. I mean, all the philanthropist stuff he's doing, I mean, at least he's doing something. But obviously, like, people like him could do more. But then again, like, everybody could always do more, I guess. I don't know. People are humans after all. Hey, what is this, like, long journey to the totem? This totem is like in a fucked up place. Fucked up small location here. What happened to the Neo playthrough? I mean, the game is good. Just didn't have time to play it more, to be honest. Waiting me to play City Skylines 2. Yeah, like, watching your stream yesterday, I was so close to buying it actually again. I was very close to buying it, but I still haven't. They have no fucking bike lanes, man, and no bikes. What is this? I mean, it's fine, it will be there in like another DLC, right? Play City Skylines 2 and embrace the curves. Embrace the grid. Bikes, KKL. Yeah, I mean, I know you would not even notice that bikes are missing because you're American, right? Just kidding. But, I mean, they are, like, actually missing. And, I don't know, like, in City Skylines 1, like, for my towns, like, bikes were... I don't know, like, I built, like, so many cities around bikes. This isn't the Netherlands. Only cars. Only fans and only cars, yeah. Only cars and only fans, yep. Monorail only. Hog. I mean, monorail is also missing from CS2, but honestly that's not like that important, I feel like. I mean, I feel like monorail is basically like, just like an... like a above ground metro. That's all it really is. I mean, I did use it like every now and then, and it's kind of fun, but I feel like they should just like merge metro and monorail properly, maybe. I mean, maybe not. Can you build like above ground metro in City Skylines 2, or is it underground only? Can you show any skill tooltip with item bonuses if you don't mind? Fourth time asking. I did before, but it doesn't work. Like, I already asked people on Discord and they say it's also not working for them, so it's probably like not in the actual patch. Didn't make it through for some reason. I was hyped when I saw that and like instantly checked in-game as well, but it doesn't seem to work really. Like, if you hover over it, right, it should like say current level 10 and then have like in brackets maybe like, I don't know, like 7 plus 3 for example, right? But it doesn't seem to work. I mean, unless there's like some button you have to activate or like some option you have to activate. But I haven't found anything so far. Maybe I'm blind. But I think it's just not working yet. But I'm still hyped because if it's there in the patch notes, that means that we're gonna get it eventually, right? It's gonna be there eventually. And that's very cool, honestly. That is one of the quality of life features that, I mean, I personally don't care about it that much. But I know many other people, especially like new players, care about it a lot, so it's pretty nice. Above ground metro versus subway though. It's more like for realism, right? Like, if you look at Chicago or like NYC and so on, right? And like many other metros as well, actually. Like, I mean, if they make it like, you know, if like City Skylines had like proper cost simulation, then like anything above ground should be cheaper to build and to maintain than below ground, and then you would have like a financial incentive to like put the metro like above ground as well. Like, you could do like, well, underground, on ground, and elevated. And in City Skylines 1 you can do all of that, at least with mods. I don't know if they like finally incorporated that in the base game as well. But like you could do like elevated, even like above streets and stuff like that, right? Pretty cool. But it looked like you can't do it in CS2 yet. 1.2 is supposed to have better looking rocks, is that true? I mean, yes, they do look better than before, but it's still only rocks, right? But yeah, yep, rocks. The rocks do look better, the textures do look better. For sure, for sure. 1.2 this month? I mean, this month being October, no. November? Probably, yes. Texture upgrade or what? Yeah. And it's also a model update because like it's a bit different than the old one, which led to some like weird situations in some areas, which I hope they have fixed. Finally, maybe. I don't know. Should probably like post that on the forums as well, because I guess Xanton is not like the one working on the map editor really. 1.2 last epoch this year? Yeah, definitely. Oh wait, February? Oh, next year I guess. I mean, I think it's better that it's next year than this year, honestly, because like if it was this year, it would be a total mess. And next year, I have hope that it's not going to be a total mess. It might still be a total mess, but hopefully not. Multiplayer patch like killed all of your interest. I mean, you can still just play like single player, I don't know. Like play offline single player. I don't know. I think offline single player is still fine on the game. Still gonna need a few years of added content to be actually good in my opinion, so whatever. I think it's gonna need like a few years of bug fixing rather than added content, first of all. I feel like that's actually more important for that game than like more content even. Also, like, what the hell is... How do you like have a campaign in the game, but it's not finished for release? Like what? Why even have a campaign? And then, why even have a campaign if you can like skip half of it anyway, even on like first character? Nani? It's a bit weird, not gonna lie, it's a bit weird. That game desperately needs like a pinnacle boss or a celestial or something similar. I mean, they have like the bosses from the, what are they called? Like the monoliths, right? And you can do like empowered monos, so they're kind of like then like the empowered versions of those bosses. I mean, they're harder than Uberlith, right? In Diablo 4 at least. So lag on, yeah. It is the fixed lag on, kinda. It's more like a band-aid fix, but it's at least like playable on certain characters now. You got Sense of Aura. I was watching somebody like play Sense of Aura and all they did was like travel around with like some ship in the desert. I was like, it's a bit different to like what I expected. Sense of Aura is like a Souls-like, but it has like more ARPG focus. I think the camera is like a bit more like top-down as well. It's not like fully top-down, it's like a mix of like Dark Souls cam and like say Grim Dawn cam. It still looked interesting, but like I felt a little less hyped about the game after watching somebody play it than I felt after like Naomi talking about it. Maybe Naomi should become like an official advertiser for games. She can like hype up people in Twitch chat. Maybe she's actually like a paid actor. Like every time she's like typing anything about like a new game, maybe she's like actually getting paid for that, you know? Just a gaming enthusiast, you do it for free. Buy our game, then refund it 3 days later. No, I mean, I always appreciate it, because honestly, like, I'm not checking out new games as often as you are. And I don't really have the time for that either, so... You coming in here and, like, talking about, oh my god, this game is amazing, blah blah blah. Even if it's not, it's still, like, fun. Wait, shouldn't, like, monsters, if they get sundered, not play the sound anymore? Did I get the right patch? Wait, where the fuck is it? Was it in here? Monka patch notes. Holy shit. Hey, where the hell is it? Fine, okay. It will be fixed someday. It's fine. Breakfast sundered, yeah.
Well,
I wasn't quite, I mean, I'm not quite sure if it happened to all the pets or if it was like only one of my pets. Explain yourself, right? You wanna do a deal with this guy, make a deal with this guy. So we can farm the, like, Salazar sword again.
Greetings, child. My knowledge of I'm afraid troubled my not troubled my not much my not troubled my not troubled map.
Greetings, child. I'm a child. Get fabric. Let's see what's left of what's left. Right. This is convenient stuff. That's... Convenient is a decent set, but I mean it's kind of random drop, so... Valiant is also a cool leveling set, honestly. It's a pretty good set, but... It's kind of worse for pets maybe than other things. Not sure. Ask Masters of the Eagle. The problem I have with boots is like as long as the boots don't have movement speed, I just can't use them. I just can't. I just can't. Okay. When is the next Wolfen patch? Are they still updating their game or have they finally given up? I mean, they actually have like a tiny community, I think. Like a tiny loyal community that thinks the game is good and likes to play it. But I don't know. They even ported to like console, right? But I think everybody who like bought it on console also thought the game is kind of shit. Or like at least buggy, so... It's looking a little dire for them, not gonna lie. So same as Grim Dawn. That hurts a little, but I guess, yeah. Okay, what's it like? No, I think it's actually smaller than Grim Dawn. Steam player numbers... Grim Dawn. So... According to Steam charts, right, Grim Dawn is like sitting at around like 3 to 5k, 5k, 24-hour peak. What about Wolfen? Wilson has current players 98. 24-hour peak 154. Okay, so Grimdawn has like literally 50 times more players than Wilson. How is it sub 100 people in game, dude? What the fuck, man? Holy shit. How many does Last Epoch have? I think Last Epoch has like a decent amount now, actually. Kind of. It used to be like a bit lower than Grim Dawn. But I think it's actually like the same as Grim Dawn, or even like slightly higher right now. Player numbers. Shit, I have to like... so yeah, Grim Dawn was around 5k, right? Last Epoch. Yeah, it's pretty much the same numbers. Yeah, it's like... It's slightly lower today. But it's... Yeah, it's actually lower today. Like the last... I think like since October it's lower than Grim Dawn again. But like in September it was like the same or even higher than Grim Dawn. Can't believe people don't love Wilson. Wait, I'm level 8? No. Alright, wait, I'm level 8? No. I had an offline character last time, right? Wait, did I not? Huh? Wait, I played this game last time, right? Wait, what? Okay, Titan Quest is around like 1.5 to 2k time, right? Players. I mean, it was fucking like... I mean, yeah, okay, it was mainly like more than Grim Dawn. Which is still like 15 times more than Wilson. This is from a release. This is like... from a release. The game just crashed. Wait, no. It didn't. Just... Wait, what? What is it doing? This is the one I played in Blood Trail when it came out, like 2 years ago. I mean, short story, long story short rather. I made a character, right, on offline, and it just didn't save the character. Like, the moment I logged out, the character was just gone. What? It's like they fucked up the local save file structure for some reason. I mean, there is a fix for that apparently, but I was like, no way, dude. Like 2 or 3 years after release and you still have a bug like that in the game, how? How even? It's just like unfathomable. Never played Wilson. Why is the low player count? Honestly, like there is like a decent game there. Like it's not even that bad. That's just it's. I feel like it's kind of it's not worse than Diablo 3, for example, right? Like gameplay loop wise, I think it's pretty much the same as Diablo 3, with more interesting like passive trees and so on actually. But it's buggy as fuck. Yeah, decent, just like Diablo 3, right? Like Diablo 3 is also like only a decent game in my opinion, but I mean Diablo 3 is not like a terrible game, right? It's just shallow and doesn't offer much for like longevity in my opinion, but that's kind of fun for like a while, you know. D3 is very good for what it is. I mean, Diablo 3 was my very first RPG ever, right? So it kind of like actually introduced me to the genre. Like D3 captivated me more than when like people, when I was like a little younger, said like, oh, I'm playing Diablo 2, you wanna play Diablo 2? I was like, nah, fuck that. But Diablo 3 I actually started playing, you know? So like it did kind of like, you know, get me into the genre at least. So I did that part right. Oh, these guys are like a generator and I'm playing bleed pets against ghosts. Kinda yikes. But... I mean, you play it for like a month and then... your options are either you get like... boosted, or you boost others to 70, or you play like one of the 5 like good sets. Just like no creativity in that game, like there's no longevity, I feel like. But yeah, it's like a good entry level RPG, it's fun. Like it's kind of fine for what it does, it just becomes boring real quick. The grinds might... yeah, I mean, what are you grinding for though? Like just plus 1 Paragon level? I just can't do that, like that's just so fucking uninteresting. Like I never grinded for Paragon levels in Diablo 3 ever, I just couldn't. Like I rather get like my brain amputated, you know, than doing that. It's just so mind-numbing. Like, it's not interesting. If it was, like, actual interesting stats or, like, interesting things you, like, work for, okay, but, like, it's just, like, +1 main stat or something like that, like... bruh. I would rather play the game more, I think, if they just removed Paragon... like, if they... I mean, actually, they have capped Paragon levels now, I think, right? This last season. They actually capped Paragon points. So you can hit, like, a definitive max... and then with that definitive max, you then try to like push as deep as you can. And then the only thing like holding you back is like your skill level, right? I like that way more than... oh shit, I could... wait, what? Oh, whoops. Rest in peace, don't kill him, don't actually kill him. You need him for like... free ointments. Well, rest in peace. I mean, it's not like... needed. But it's generally better to not kill him. Do I like the defensive stat called toughness? That seems very interesting, yeah. It's almost as interesting as like the debuff called vulnerable, right? Then again, Grim Dawn has resistance reduction, like resistance reduction being like mandatory in every single build is not really like that much more interesting either, to be honest. But okay. Yeah, we're gonna kill his daughter now as well. He's bad, man. Just go like full murder hobo. In D3 your build is never finished because you can literally always be twice as strong. When you can't feel the satisfaction of finishing a build, you know devs did something terribly wrong with this, which is infinite progression. Yeah, I think like finite progression is actually important. I'm not saying it should be as easy as it is in, for example, Diablo 4 to get to that point, or also maybe like in Grim Dawn, it's also too easy in my opinion. But I think it's still important to have like not infinite progression. I need the Aether rest for pets, right? Yeah, okay. Unlucky. Surcode of Mogdrogan. It's honestly not too bad. Not too bad at all. Welcome, Shashi Shade. But D4 is mixed now, yeah? D4 mixed. Playing pets have made me ruthless. I guess so. What are you doing down there, Briarthorn? What is he doing down there? How did he even get down there? Hello? What even happened? Did he like port on me when I was on the bridge and then he like ported down there instead? Maybe that's what happened. D4 is much better than D3 at least. They did some good stuff to the game, but there's still a lot of cringe. There's still a lot of cringe stuff happening. Like some damage from just being broken. I mean the balance seems a bit whack in D4, but at least resistances work now, I guess. Yeah. How high is the chance that the 1.2 patch comes for Halloween? Halloween is this weekend, right? Wait, no, next weekend? No, it's on the 31st of October always, right? It's always fixed to a date. I mean, it's higher than 0, but definitely a lot lower than 1. What? Oh, we have to get the quest first? Oops. Yeah, I didn't get the quest. The hell? What the hell? Some more pet stuff. Of thorns? Yikes. Before reinventing math, indeed, indeed. For some reason they completely gutted Forgotten Souls gain in the game, which now only drops in Hell Tides. The time the Venom Berry drops. What does Forgotten Souls do again? What do Forgotten Souls do? What do you need that for? Do you have any recommendations for games that are similar to From Dawn? In the sense of like grinding and making builds. If you would like Grim Dawn, just more dated and way grindier, you can check out Titan Quest actually. It's literally the same, like, I mean, it's not literally the same engine because like Grim Dawn's a bit like updated, but it works very similar. But it's an even older game and definitely clunkier in my opinion. No offense, but it is clunkier. It's hard to click on things. I'm gonna say that. No matter how much fun you guys are gonna make of me, it's actually hard to click on things in Titan Quest. All other RPGs you know are grindier. Grim Dawn is kind of light on the grind, that's true. It depends like what your goal is, I guess. They don't have hope that it can beat the depth of Diablo 2. Is Diablo 2 really that deep? I feel like it's actually not that deep. At least from what I've like seen and like what I've played so far, but then again I haven't played it a lot. It's buried in the brink of a classic hack and slash. I mean, you definitely hack and slash. But yeah, when it comes to like how hard it is to get certain items, that's kinda... Yeah, rune words, but like rune words are just like, you look up a list of rune words and then you craft what you need, right? Which at least is something, right? I don't think Grim Dawn is... I mean, Grim Dawn is easy early. I think Grim Dawn being very easy, like a normal difficulty, is definitely like the common theme. But I mean, normal is basically a tutorial, right? That's kind of fine. Saying like all of Grim Dawn is super easy as fuck and so on compared to other RPGs, I think it's a bit like over the top, definitely. I don't really agree with that much. Some rune words are mandatory for some builds and extremely rare to farm. Well, yeah. That makes it like other like rare items, right? It's just like there's like a grind to the rarity of items, but it's not like, that's not depth, right? That's just like grind for items.
See anything you like?
I mean, Diablo 2 is definitely grindier than Grim Dawn. 100%. 100%, 1000% even, probably.
Got something you need stashed? I'll keep an eye. Come see what's left of my wares. I ain't well spent.
Well, you worked here. We have to hit them hard and fast.
But then again, you could have the same argument for gear in Grim Dawn, right? You just like look up gear from like a guide and then like use the gear accordingly. I don't know. Oh yeah, also if you haven't checked out, I think Torchlight, at least Torchlight 2 is a decent game as well. It's kind of old as well though.
Keep your...
But it seemed fine, like a fine game. The Mogdrogan Shrine quest, I mean, we could do it, but not right now, to be honest. I think grind is terrible. I mean, it like depends what you want from a game, right? If you want like grind, I mean, I'm fine with the grind if like you have decent endgame, but isn't D4 endgame just like running cow level and like running act bosses? And I guess Ubers? I mean, at least there's Ubers, but like there's not even like a Shattered Realm, you know, like not even like Rifts. Something like that. I mean, yeah, I don't really like grinding too much. I mean, I agree with that. That is true. But I think I hate grinding more when you're literally like doing the same shit over and over and over, and that same shit that you're doing is also like... I have to put him out of the totem, right? And that stuff is just like the same shit over and over again with like no randomness at all. Like, I can do, like, no random farming for a bit, you know? Like, in Grim Dawn, you farm, like, some monster frequency from some bosses. Or, like, you do some Crucible, maybe, like, for a bit. But, like, it's nothing that's gonna be, like... keep me entertained for, like, a week or longer. Void Soul is pretty nuts, yeah. I mean, Void Soul is getting... like, Void Soul was absolutely broken until today. Now it's like, probably definitely less broken. But still very strong. I mean, okay, for those of you who don't know, right, like, on... like, until today, you could play the Spam Conduit and play... like Void Soul, and you could like spam Chaos Aegis, which after all penalties still had 585% weapon damage, I think. Yeah, you lost like the flat fizz and fire from the skill, but I mean, who the fuck cares if you have like 885% weapon damage with a base Chaos damage shield, right? That's just nuts. And you spam it, right, with like 200% of casting speed. It's pretty broken. So yeah, that got nerfed, obviously. That's no longer a thing. That was too busted. So now you can still do the same thing, but you have a 0.3 second cooldown, which honestly means you can still do like 3 attacks per second, which you can probably do when you have around... It basically means that like any casting speed above like what, 170%-ish is like useless, pretty much. And you can still kind of like spam it in a way. Diablo 2 was the best game like 20 years ago. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Diablo 2 was like a bad game for its time. It's just nowadays like other games are just way better. Like PoE, Grim Dawn, for example, are just way better. I don't know. There might be still like 1 or 2 aspects about like Diablo 2 that are like good. And people still say like the item grind was like the best thing ever in Diablo 2. And what if like item grind that takes for fucking ever is like something that you think is fun, then yeah, I can see that. I don't think it's that much fun, so I don't really care too much. I think other things are like a bit more important to me, personally. I think item design, for example, is like more important than like item grind in these kind of games. Yo, Shazba, welcome. Item design in D4. Yeah. I don't know, I'll take getting low level affixes on items like in PoE over 10% more damage while channeling, while holding a spoon in your left hand, and while, I don't know, fapping with your right hand, while the enemy is above like 87% but below 95% of HP, right? I'll take that. 10% more damage on a Tuesday, yeah. It's like, they don't have like daily dungeons, they have like daily items, you know, like weekly. While licking Lilith's chests. Dude, you can already one-shot Lilith, I thought. Or like I heard and I saw. Which is, well, I mean, I don't know. You can like debate that, right? I mean, it's the same in PoE, right? Like if you have, like, if you did the investment, then you can do it. And I guess that's fine. If like the boss was fun to play and the mechanics were good, if you can't do that yet. I mean, I think like people one-shotting Lilith is like not necessarily the actual problem. If it takes you, you know, like longer than like a week to get those items. Maybe, I don't know. Exactly, like you watch, I guess the item acquisition is way too easy, and like, I don't know. Like, for example, Grim Dawn, right? Grim Dawn has also very easy to get like item acquisition, right? You can also get like almost what you always like, or if you want, maybe like a week or like below a week, like in 2 or 3 days, and then you can do like pretty much all the bosses probably. But like if you play like a shit ton, right? But like you get to like 90% of your power like really fast in Grim Dawn, right? But the 100% of your power, and first of all, it's only like 10% higher, right? And second of all, even with like 100% power, like certain bosses are still hard, you know? It's not like... And in PoE it's like a bit different, right? You get to like maybe like 30% of your power or 40% of your power, I don't know, like easily. And then for the remaining like 70% you need to like grind a shit ton, right? So the bosses are like doable but hard, like if you have, I don't know, like 30-40% of your damage, right? And you could either just like do them right away, right? Like do the boss right away, Or you could like grind for another like 2 weeks or something like that to like get to the point where you can like actually like one-shot the bosses as well. But it's gonna take like a shit ton of time, right? So, and you need to like juice the maps like crazy and stuff like that, right? So there's like a proper time and skill and like risk investment in PoE to like get to that point. In D4 you get to like, I don't know, like 100% of your power also rather easily, and with 100% of your power you just like also one-shot stuff. So and they either would need to like make the items hard to get, or they would need to make like the actual content harder. I mean, they could fix it easily, right? By making the items just as easy to get, but like introducing a world boss, I mean a world tier 5 for example, right? Then like the tryhards have something like to play and to boast about, whereas the casuals can still like, you know, do all the content on world tier 4 as quickly as they can right now. In D4 you already one-shot at like 70% of your power though. Yeah, maybe. Stuff like Shaco. I mean, Shaco used to be rare, I don't know. I don't know what happened. And I guess they like put Shaco in like the drop pool of some like meme Uber boss, which like also gets one-shot at like already 30% of your power. So yeah. Karn has it. I mean, Karn is like a giga nerd though. I mean, I don't mean that like in any like offensive way, just I mean like he's playing a shit ton, right, probably. So him having it doesn't mean that like everybody has it. I mean, people were like complaining that like those Uber uniques, right, they don't even exist in the game, stuff like that, right? Like they were saying stuff like that. And I think it would have been fine, right, if there was like another layer of like items that was between like the... Like instead of making like the Uber uniques as common as they are now, right, they should have like made another like 50 uniques that are as rare or like as common as the Uber uniques are right now, and then keep the Uber uniques like as rare as they are. I think that would have been fine, right? But I don't know. I guess like Reddit wins, or like rather Reddit gaming dads with like 10 wives and 69 kids win. Or have one. I mean, it's, I guess, their prime audience after all, so the average Diablo 4 player actually got what they wanted. In a couple of seasons, D4 will be like D3. Isn't it really like even like either the same or even more like D3 than D3 is? I feel like power level wise at least the game is really easier than D3, right? And like speed and power levels are really like easier than D3. It's quicker to clear stuff, but like they don't have higher numbers. I mean, yeah, I mean they're gonna have like a world tier 5, right? And then after world tier 5 people are gonna like complain, oh my god, World Tier 5 is too hard, right? And then they're gonna like buff all the items again, or like make it easier for the people to like get strong. And then people are gonna have the same speed as this season for World Tier 4. And then they're gonna like introduce a World Tier 6. And then, you know, it's like Diablo 3 all over again, where you have like 50 difficulties, 50 torment levels, and the numbers are like 5 bazillion damage, right? It's gonna happen, right? We all know it. It's gonna happen eventually. It's like definitely gonna happen. There's no way it's not gonna happen. D4 devs can't math. I mean, 1000 times 40% equals 1040, right? Yep. Or like 1000 times and like added 40% rather. It's not even times. It's like it's like yeah. PoE went in 4 days. Like, how did that guy not just get literally like fired out of the spot who made that? Like, Like, if you're that fucking stupid, man, like, how are you even, like, doing any job, man? I mean, okay, I'm being a bit harsh here, but still, like, holy fuck, dude. At least he was working. I mean, I guess, yeah, at least he was doing something. Like, he could have been doing, like... I don't know. No World Tier 5, for example, I guess. I don't know. Could have been drinking breast milk. I didn't want to say it, but I guess... I read chat now. D4 is still just a cash grab? I mean, of course it is. I'm gonna buy... Like, if I'm gonna buy anything D4 related, it's gonna be like Blizzard Activision stocks, or like Microsoft stocks, and not the game, I think. Like, I would rather buy the stocks than the game. Because they're making money. I don't know how they're making money, but they're making money. They also got Candy Crush, they're good. True. I mean, yeah. Candy Crush and D4. They literally can't ever go bankrupt anymore, right? Impossible. Get majority songs and push for more MTX. I mean, what they need is like additional like paid storage, right? Because like their servers can't handle the lag, so they need to like have people pay for stash tabs. You need to live Call of Duty skin. Yeah, I mean, just buy the game, I don't know. Yo, Chrono, welcome on, welcome on. Hello, hello. Welcome, Bloomer. I watched Honor Skin vid? Yeah, of course. I mean... Yeah. Honest Con, like Honest Blizzard Convention video. It's just like a meme. I mean, it's a meme, but it's more true than actual BlizzCon, so... Nayphilia, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Monk, I'm frozen. What's my freeze rest? It seems like 0 freeze rest right now. 14%, okay. React to HonestCon. Free content. Free React Andy content. I mean, I can't make it like 2 hours though. It's just, I can say true all the time, right? That's all I can say about it, right? Like, what am I gonna say, right? I'm gonna say true, like 10 times in a row, and that's it. And then like any truers in chat, and then say some more. Oh yeah, that's also true. Very true. And then say D4 mixed. D4 bad, basic. I could also pog. I could pog out. Ah, it's hot. I can't do it. Can't do it like the plunker. Poggies? Poggies, okay. I'm already reacting to the video without like, even looking at it, right? basically. True. Just like put my face and my voice under the video, and that's it. Okay. Loot is good. Wait, loot is good in Diablo 4 now? What? I guess it's better than before, and it could be worse. That Lilith and Inari skin in Modern Warfare? Yeah, I mean that's not even like a troll, that's literally a thing, right? Blizzard died 15 years ago when Morheim started to report to ATVI CFO. 15 years ago. Yeah, some point around to that, yeah. And Sakura 2 was like their last like good game, I feel like. Honestly, Hearthstone when it came out was kind of cool, but I mean, card games are kind of predatory by nature, so. It was a good card game though, I think. OG Overwatch wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it was actually okay, yeah. It's true. And it was never like really a big shooter game fan, but I actually did buy it and play it with my friends because like everybody else was playing it too. So yeah, I mean, it was okay, yeah. It was fun. It was decent fun. And like, I mean, Blizzard kind of like became, I mean, always was in a way, maybe like a company that like took an idea from somebody else, like made it more casual and like more acceptable for the broad masses, like Overwatch was kind of like that, like taking Team Fortress 2 and like a bit of Counter-Strike in there as well. Mostly Team Fortress 2 though. Then, what's it called? Heroes of the Storm, Heroes of the Memes. I mean, that one was, yeah, like Dota, making like giga casual Dota pretty much. Which was okay, but I mean, I don't know. It was kind of fun, not gonna lie. Like, it was a good casual, like, Dota game. Compared to the actual, like, mobile games, it was kind of shit, but it can be worse when it's casual, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, dude, TF2 was so good, man. I still definitely have, like, played more TF2 than Overwatch. But Overwatch was kind of like TF3 in a way. Definitely wasn't too bad. HOTS was way more interesting too than Dota a lot. I don't know. I mean, I feel like the one map was like, I mean, yeah, you can do the thing with the maps. I mean, LoL had like 3 maps there as well. It's just like only one was competitive. Or even 4 maps. I mean, yeah. Even now, like, I think LoL has 3 maps that you can play. I mean, HOTS has still more maps, yeah, but it's just like 50 shades of the grey objectives, kinda. More like 2, yeah. I mean, there's some variants with the maps and HOTS, that's true. It's not all too bad. But like everything else was just like way less interesting to me. Like the maps were fine. And like comp variation because of like map variation was kind of cool. But like LoL has also like variation, like a lot more variation just like within the same map kind of, so I don't know.
Come see what's left of my wares.
I would say LoL is probably like the least team focused. Maybe Dota's actually. I mean, I think HOTS was like even more team focused. Like you couldn't solo carry in that game at all. Dota's more team focused than HOTS. Like the main engage blink dagger stun thing has to always work, otherwise it's gonna be shit. I mean, I think both games, I mean, I don't know. I feel like in LoL it was like really easy to like solo carry in the past. It's gotten harder as well. In Dota, I think we were kind of fucked as a carry, like if your support was kind of like terrible. Maybe more so than in LoL. I mean,
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I don't know.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got.
Yeah, like in HOTS, like HOTS is definitely like the most team focused and the one where you could like carry the least as a single player because XP was literally shared, you know, like just because of that, you could never like solo carry really. I mean, all games are team focused, right? And all games to like play them perfectly require like good team coordination for sure. Yeah, like in Dota, it's really hard to solo carry, and LoL I thought I think like it was at least easier. Maybe it's like just as hard now, I don't know. But at least it's possible, you know. Like in HOTS, it's literally not possible. In HOTS, you can literally like try to carry, but it's. And people meme about like having like uncarryable teams in Dota and like LoL all the time, right? But like in HOTS, it's even more impactful, I think. Yeah, but like you don't know how like having more XP works in like at least old Dota and like LoL. Like if you were like hard bad in Dota or LoL, you could literally like 1v9, right? Like you could like kill all 5 players of the enemy team, and you can never ever do that in HOTS. Like it just doesn't work. At least like in solo queue, right, where like people have generally like worse coordination already. Like on high level that also doesn't work in Dota and LoL like at all, like everything has to like work together properly. But like in solo queue, I feel like in HOTS you could like never really like 1v5, you know? Because you never could like get ahead enough to like just kill the entire enemy team on your own. Which you definitely could in like League or Dota 1. I don't know about Dota 2 though. And I think it's gotten harder as well in like League now. They kind of like nerfed 1v9ing a bit. Everybody in League somehow knew your mom. Yeah, they also knew my like my gender and my orientation, my sexual orientation, and they knew like what kind of cancers I have. They knew all of that. Yep. People tell you in LoL to stop breathing. And that's kind of classic, isn't it? But you just keep on breathing. Yep. The LoL global chat was so fucking like so toxic, dude. In a way, I sometimes even like miss it because it was like so toxic and so troll sometimes. On the other hand, I think it's kinda good that they crack down at least a little bit on it. It's still bad probably, but like not as bad as it used to be. Like it literally isn't as bad because you get like banned way quicker now. Where did I put my points now, by the way? Oh, I need RR, right? I need the Warring Swarm up. The dude in the post had 177 games with 0% win rate. What? How? Like... What? Like he has to have like at least one game where he like had a smurf in his team that just like carried his ass hard. No alt chat is the most hated feature in HOTS. You wanna talk shit in alt? Yeah, I think that's like HOTS literally more boring because there's no alt chat. Like talking shit is just like half of like what you do in MOBAs, honestly. Like that moment when you like suicide and like write worth in alt chat or something like that. Do like a stupid play and say still worth. Or you like stomp somebody under the tower and say like GG easy. Like, I don't know, it's just part of the game, I don't know. Part of the culture. In Dota 2 it's even worse because of blaming in voice chat. Yeah, I don't know about voice chat in MOBAs. That's like getting a bit too personal. Or like, that just reminds me of like Counter-Strike, to be honest. League also had a voice. Yeah, it did at some point. Like it didn't have one at first, then it had one at some point, and I think they're removing it again. That's funny. Okay, Voldrak and Ultimate, don't ever even think about getting attacked by this guy. Because there's a chance he has like a physical prefix and a physical suffix on his weapon now. And he hurts a lot more in 1.2 than before, so... I mean, he doesn't hurt my pets, because pets are Giga Chad, you know, but if he hits you, he might just like one-shot you, not even kidding. Depending on like what weapon he has, right? I mean, he had what? Okay, his weapon was absolute dog shit, but like if he has a double physical weapon, it can hurt a shit ton. Like if it has like, I don't know, like Superior of Ruin or some like rare prefix like Tyrants of Ruin, you know? That can hurt like crazy. You never got one shot? You never played it in 1.2 as well. You're playing down to a white pack of mobs last time you checked? This guy taught you well. Oh my fucking god. It's fucking... This is so cursed, dude. So cursed. Uwu.
Well, if it I
Uwu. Definitely Uwu pick. Pack of mobs. Yeah, not one shot, true. Yeah, you were gonna talk about Spirit of Ruin, you got that not too long ago, you almost died. It is kinda late, yeah. Good night, boy kisser. Good night, good night. Kiss some boys from me. And I'll see you around. Okay, where the fuck is the thing here? Where's she? I gotta touch her dead body, as weird as that sounds. And maybe she's just at the shrine, right? It's like the best spawn location in a way. Why am I not checking that one first? The fuck am I doing? Dude, I feel like I'm already like feeding the bleed nerf to my pets. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just... I can definitely feel the 5% TDM nerf on the offhand though. But then again, we have still like a Hound Masters of Binding, which is pretty fucking crazy, so... yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe I'm just copium. She might just be sleeping. True. Feel this. Okay. Since when do I play pet builds? I'm not actually playing one right now. It's just an illusion. It's all an illusion. I would never play pet builds. What do you mean? Okay, touch the body. Where is it? Okay, what? Oh, there it is. It is all an illusion. It's a 2-unit force wave MTX? Yeah. Exactly. You can't play with pets, you would have to pet them non-stop. Dude, I feel like when you're playing a pet build, you're not playing pets, the pets play you, you know? Perfectly safe illusions with a price. Price being playing pets. Yeah, thanks. Acid Force Wave for Season 6, when? I mean, if it was for Season 6, then it would be for Season 6, right? Yeah, surely Acid Primal is going to be playable next patch. I mean, next season rather. Surely. Surely it won't be paper again, yeah. Surely. Pinky promise? I don't know. I'm not gonna spoiler shit. You won't nerf it if you play it. No, I can't guarantee you that, but you know that. Right, everything that you play is gonna get nerfed. Yeah, I would wait for you to like do all content except for tiebreaker and then nerf it. Obviously. Classic, right? Classic. Yeah, have fun with like Briarthorn nerfs after you're playing Briarthorn, right? Honestly, Crate is already nerfing Briarthorn a bit this patch, and that's fine. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Finally, right? Panetti nerf. Oof. Is R the only way to farm lotuses? I think also Nemesis dropped them from the Nemesis chests. But it's pretty much Nemesis chests and SR, I think. There was no Panetti buffs in this patch, by the way, what the fuck? Neither for itemization nor for the base skill. Unlucky. Even Dwayne Essence got buffed. Strong for only for group mobs? I mean, yes, but like, if it was actually strong for group mobs, wouldn't like Crucible builds with Panetti be like actually good? I don't know, like aren't like... I feel like endgame like Panetti builds just are all like kinda mediocre. Like they're either terrible for single target or like mediocre for AoE, I don't know. I mean maybe it's like perfectly balanced and everything else is not. Then again I also have not played a PRM build in quite some time. Okay, I'm getting Sundered here. And with the sound playing, and I wanted to actually check if my pets get the sound, but well, pets just killed Mogara instantly. Oh well. Oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well, oh well. Physical Panetti next. Yikes. Yikes. Oh, the Untamed. I need to upgrade my armor at some point, right? I feel like my affixes on my items are really good right now. However, I need to update at some point. I need to get higher armor. But I think I'll just not do it today. Like today, when I like run through the main campaign, like vanilla campaign rather, like Act 1 to 4, up to the Gorin only. I don't think I wanna like update my gear for that, honestly, it's gonna be good enough. Probably. I didn't like an actual good set. I mean, yeah, I think something like Invoker, for example, needs a buff maybe. I don't know. Like the buff that like vitality damage is getting, right? Why is not getting like why are Panetti builds not getting that instead? Why is Ratosh getting 4% Fizz? What the fuck? It's kinda crazy. Not gonna lie. Why is like Invoker set not getting 4% Fizz, you know? We have here Corruptor's Robe. I should save Corruptor, right? I should save like all pet sets that are level 80 and higher now, that are like viable for actual endgame. Not necessarily because I'm gonna use them on this character, but also because I wanna like learn what sets exist and like how good the blue sets are, for example, as well, because I don't know pet items too well, to be honest. Even more Conjurer Fizz. Yeah, if you play like a Wit Conjurer, instead of getting 80% Fizz, you can now get like 80% Fizz. Yes, yes. But like rather you get to 80% like easier than before. Let's say it like that, right? To be fair, ideally you want like CDR in your field if you're playing the shield, right? So you want something like Chronomancers maybe, and that is gonna mean you're not gonna have Fizz, which means the Fizz from Ratosh is probably like more important. Yeah, where the fuck is the... Oh, here. I was hiding behind a tree. The fuck? Wow. That's a nasty spawn, like when it hides behind a tree. I mean, if you have max res, yeah, then it's even more. If you're playing like a conduit. I learned from the best, right, when designing the cellar in the Valley of No Wind. To be fair, are there any other spots in the new act, like in the league, in the community league act, that require camera turning other than the one cellar behind the pub and the, I guess the one house is where we go like over the river, and to like go down the stairs you're gonna have to like turn the camera a bit as well, otherwise it gets a bit messy. Like apart from those two, is there anything else where you actually need it? I don't think so. I mean, can any Panetti build like clear anything? Clear like any actual hard content? Chaos and Vit have like no DPS. I mean, okay, I mean, Bleed and Electrocute can, but they're like... I think the cooldown versions are... they're just like different. It's like a different item, like a different skill kinda. I mean, yeah, they're like, you know, cooldown based. It's different. Camera turning is not that smooth. That's a skill issue. But I also think that like camera turning should never be required for anything. Just there to like enhance the experience on top. It's like saying spam ages is different to normal ages. I mean, yes and no. Like normal ages is not like dot focused. There's some like burn focus builds on ages, yes, but not all like Like normal non-spam ages are dot focused. Whereas with cooldown penalty they're like pretty much all dot focused. At least so far. It could be like in Baldur's Gate 3. I like Grim Dawn's camera turning actually more than Baldur's Gate 3's, but yeah. Like in Grim Dawn you have like a slight like acceleration and deceleration phase, right? When you start turning in Grim Dawn, it's like it has like a slight... Like it looks smoother actually than in BG3 because it's not instant. Like in BG3 it's like instant and there's no like acceleration, deceleration phase. Which in my opinion makes the Grim Dawn camera rotation look better than the one Diablo 4. Than the one in Baldur's Gate 3. Imagine Diablo games having any camera rotation at all, lol. But I mean that's debatable, right? I mean I can see people liking the instant one more because like, you know, it's instant. I don't know, I like the smoothness of like having a D and acceleration phase. You can make it constant by using button instead of mouse wheel there. Wait, to toggle it? Really? Let's see real quick. Let's put it to, I don't know, 0. No, it still has an acceleration deceleration phase. It like literally does nothing. It's the same thing. It's just like different keybinds. Oh, you mean the stuff down here? Hey, which one? So there's zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, max zoom in, zoom out, default view, rotate, rotate left, rotate right. You mean these? These are slow as fuck. I have these bound actually. These are slow as fuck. I don't know. And definitely not instant as well. They also have like a... But if you press it right and you take it off, then you're still like rotating a bit because it's like decelerating. And if you start pressing it, it's also like accelerating a bit first, right? It's the same thing, right? Whereas in Baldur's Gate 3, it would be like it's more like, I don't know, I think it looks worse, but it might feel better if you want like that instant rotation. And I personally like Grim Dawns more, but because it just feels smoother for the eye. Like my eyes like it more, let's say it like that. But if your eyes don't care too much about that, and you just want it to be like instant, then yeah, I can see what you mean. Can you make your HP bar bigger now? Yes, you can. You can display player health bar. You can have big player health bars, right? This is like normal health bar per player. This is big player health bar. Big health bar, right there. This also makes it big for pets apparently. If you have pet health bars enabled. You also have it like that. You can make boss health bars also bigger. Like here, right? I can make it big for all monsters or like just for bosses, yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty nice now. I think this is like personally too big, but if you have like struggles seeing them, then you rather want them to be big than small, right? What I think is still missing is like having boss only health bars. But I mean, a decent compromise is this now, I guess. You do like only big boss health bars and like small like trash mob health bars. And I think what you want to like properly distinguish everything is like you want no health bars on white and yellow mobs. You want normal health bars on heroes, and then you want the big health bars on bosses maybe, like this, right? I don't know. That's probably like ideal, and you can't do that right now. Which is a little sad, but oh well. But then again, I mostly also like look up here for the big health bars, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I like the big boss health bars as well, but I'm not sure if I really want them or not. Maybe I'll get them at some point again. Okay, been there, done that. I've been doing all of that. Okay, let's go to Deadman's Gulch and fetch Agrim. Blizzard disabled trade in Season 2 because of bugs and exploits. I mean, did anybody even trade at all in that game anyway? You turn off all health bars and numbers, you like a clear screen. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I like customizability being there. Oh shit, we killed him, right? He's not there, Monka. He's bad, man.
I wasn't sure. I wish that I'm going to...
Whoops.
I'll skip. You were joking. The Legion's
You're joking, right? Okay. Let's sell items over here then, I guess. He's bad, man. Yeah, it was an accident. I swear, it's not my fault. We don't sell that. Of the wild, eh? These items are slowly gaining like reasonable armor values for me to like make it worth to change the items around, maybe. Maybe.
Safe storage, no questions asked. It's safe with me.
Is there gonna be a new league season? Yes, there is gonna be a new league season on the patch 1.2. We don't have a release date yet, though. Not yet. When you started Diablo 4 Season 2, you were so confused because there was no pickup items key. Dude, quality of life in that game is... I don't know. It's apparently hard to code, I don't know. I mean, some UI stuff can be actually like hard to do. To like make it look good and like work well on your game. But isn't Blizzard like a big company? I mean, maybe that doesn't matter. You're playing a cold Force Wave Blade Master with Alchemist's Scythe. Yo, Mega for Pokemon. If you care about quality of anything, you just aren't playing Diablo 4. Yep. They added a decent search function to the stash now. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they are improving, right? They are improving. Just like give them like another 2 years, maybe like another 5 seasons, and then it's gonna be a good game. But also like at the same time, right? While it's gonna be probably like a good game, like in certain fields, it's gonna have like ginormous giga power creep, right? So either they have like 7 word tiers at that point, and then like the highest word tier is actually fun and hard, or the game is like a complete joke, right? Because of like balance. Yeah, like I mean, D4 is not like a 0 out of 10 game. Like they have great art, they have good cutscenes. I mean, the story and the lore is obviously always decent in Diablo games, at least. But yeah, the game has some issues. You played Season 2 and 3, but then you went to play other games and you still missed Grim Dawn? playing Last Epoch right now, at the moment. Yeah, so Season 6 is gonna happen before Last Epoch 1.0. So there's gonna be like a nice window for you to play and enjoy Season 6 before Last Epoch 1.0. That's for sure. Yeah, like as I said like before, right? Like D4 is an okay game, and I would buy it for maybe like 40 bucks, and if it had no like in-game shop and stuff like that, you know. But because it is so high price and has an in-game shop and a battle pass and all the shit on top, it has to be a better game, right? It's like not, it's not really like in the correct place, I feel like. Not yet, at least. Like, it needs to either be cheaper or be an actually good game. And not just a decent game, or like an okay game. And I'll probably play it at some point eventually, I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. I mean, I already played it in the betas, but... It will probably go like free to play in like a year or two, probably. Just like Overwatch or like StarCraft 2. I mean, I can see that actually. Like maybe like free to play base game, and then like only the expansions are paid, something like that maybe. And you would still at least have to like buy the expansions. Like, I mean, it's probably fair though. Free to play with more obnoxious cash shop. I mean, yeah, as long as they're not like actually selling power, I wouldn't mind the shop being there if it's like free to play, you know, like they gotta like make money somehow if they wanna like keep supporting the game. But like, they need to also make it so that like you don't have this fucking like yellow symbol glowing. Like, please click on the shop every now and then, right? Like, please click on it now. Do it now. Like, that's just obnoxious, I don't know. But I mean, that's like how they get people, right? Obviously, so. I mean, it is what it is. Just don't buy anything, right? Like, just resist the temptation. Yeah, as long as like cosmetic only, it's honestly fine. I don't care too much. And if like the game is good, right? Like you could even like buy one. Like if you feel like you play the game like for enough hundreds of thousands of hours, then it's like fine, you know. Grim Dawn has like 2 MTX DLCs as well. Of course I bought them, right? I mean, I played the game enough. Yeah, like the way they set it up, for example, like if you pre-order for like at least what, $90, then you can play like 3 days early and shit like that. That was just like, holy. Like there were some decisions without which I probably would be an owner of Diablo 4 right now, right? If they didn't pull that shit, and they didn't pull the like first to 100 gets like thing on statue, but like you can play 3 days early kind of stuff. If they didn't pull like all of that shit, then I probably would buy, like would I have Diablo 4 in my like on my Battle.net account right now. But because they pulled like so much scummy shit on top of like the game being mediocre, I was like, no, definitely not buying that shit, man. I mean, they did beta testing before release. They did lots of that, actually. But I mean, you need to also understand the results of your testing to understand what you need to do to adjust the game to be better after the testing, right? And I feel like the devs didn't understand that either. They were like too busy like even making the game work, I feel like, because the game was kind of tight on schedule, as always, nowadays, I guess. They had to make sure the shop works, right? They had to make sure you could pre-order the game. I mean, that stuff like needs people working on it, right? And they need to like they need to prioritize the things that satisfy the shareholders, right? Because like they're not designing the game for the players, right? They're designing the game primarily for the shareholders, right? If it makes shareholders happy that players like the game, then there's just like a side effect that like the people like the game. The primary thing is always the shareholders, right? Like once you are a like an openly like traded company. I mean, you do what you believe is like the best for like short-term or long-term growth, ideally like long-term, but I mean most of the time it's rather short-term growth for your company. And that usually involves making shareholders happy, because otherwise you get less money, right? I'll shut these thunder now. Monka. I should have like face tanked one to like check for science. I mean, the products aren't like bad, but they have like a focus heavily on monetization nowadays. And I guess many people just don't care about that. They don't care enough to like not buy the product, so they're still just gonna like keep buying them. I mean, I don't know. And people can't like control themselves or like can't hesitate when there's like all the hype built around it, and that's like why, you know, there has been like all this like stuff with like Megan Fox and other people like doing ads for Diablo 4. I mean, there's just like so much money in like all the advertisements. So I mean, people are getting hyped. It's gonna, I mean, like at some point, like once like the hype has reached like a critical level, then like it becomes even harder for people that wouldn't even know about the game or like wouldn't even consider buying the game usually. But because like the hype is so big and like all of their friends are like talking about it as well, right? They would like feel left out if they didn't also buy the game, right? And it becomes like a once you have enough hype that you like create this like peer pressure as well among like groups of friends, then like your sales are gonna like basically like multiply pretty much like exponentially, I feel like. Because you're gonna be the one guy that feels like he's getting left out, right? And nobody wants to like be the one guy that like feels like he's getting left out, right? And they're like building on this like FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. That's literally what it is. And it's the same thing with like, I feel like many products, like all the like big brands, like when it comes to fashion and so on, it works the same way, right? Okay, we're definitely still getting the sound effect on the pets, by the way. Definitely getting that still. It's definitely confirmed now, like on all the pets. Can somebody clip this real quick, maybe? Just to like convince the entire that it's actually happening. Would be appreciated. Just wanna play a good game. Yeah, for sure.
There was much commotion. My scouts have.
You bought 2 games this year, you liked both. Did I even buy a single game this year? Let me check.
I have come to represent Kaiman's choke. The one.
I bought Baldur's Gate 3, of course, yeah. Okay, definitely that one.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I mean, even with Baldur's Gate 3, I felt like they could have like made more of the game in some situations or like in some ways, but overall it's still like an amazing game. It has like a shit ton of content, so it's kind of like complaining on a very high level. This one is amazing actually. Taskmasters of the Fox, like giving us like stats as well, cunning and spirit instead of like OA. It's way better. And it's like a higher level version of what I already have. The unlucky thing is like it low rolled the percent away here, only 3%, not 5%. So basically it means like slightly less crit chance for my pets, but I probably still use it to upgrade. Because it's gonna be overall like a... I mean overall it's just like safer and better. Especially like for defense. Thanks Tarnish. Pet brandy. Remnant 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, Cyberpunk expansion is pretty good as well, right? I didn't buy Cyberpunk yet. I think I would have bought it this year if I had like the time to actually properly play it. I feel like I'm very busy with Grim Dawn right now with like 1.2 patch and like the season stuff and so on. And like going a bit harder on YouTube again as well. Remnant 2? Yeah, I've not played Remnant 1, so... I mean, I heard it's a good game, yeah. Eterna Noctis? Is that like a Hollow Knight game? Hollow Knight-like?
May the specter of death guard your path.
Zelda Scare of the Year on the 7th of December? Wait, is there gonna be another Zelda game this year? I thought it's like already... Wait, I thought we already had one like this year. Oh, Game Awards shows on the 7th of December. The one that like votes where you vote for like Game of the Year, right? Wait. Did you actually play through BG3, Naomi? You played it, right? At least a little bit. I was like a Metroidvania, the hardest one. You played until Act 2? I'm pretty sure Act 3 is playable now with like all the bug fixes. BlizzCon next week, PogChamp. Did you buy an $800 ticket or whatever you need to buy there to get there? Holy fuck, dude. You can like chill for like a week, like on the beaches in Cuba for like $800, or you could go to fucking BlizzCon. It's actually free to watch though, at least. Okay. Oh yeah, we can do React Andy then, I guess. Some React Andy stuff maybe. It's already sold out. Dude, who's going there? After all the shit that happened, man. I don't get it. I mean, I think it's fine to like still watch it, bro, but like, I don't fucking know, man. Second YouTube channel, React by Protoss. And then a third one, like, playing through games that are not Grim Dawn by Protoss. A WoW Classic Plus. Wait, Classic Plus? What is that gonna be? Is it like Classic but like Word Tier 5 for Classic? Apparently Classic's still like selling well, or like going well rather. Like they have Burning Crusade and Wrath of the Lich King Classic, but I think aren't like more people actually playing Classic? This guy's a Wrathborn, yeah, it's kind of funny. Looks really cool when like these guys have like the big ass swords in their hand, the blue swords, or like legendaries even. Doesn't happen often, but if it happens it looks pretty cool. Imagine Grim Dawn Classic servers. It's like Classic, but you can't use any add-ons, and the Blizzard employee comes to your house and cuts off one of your hands. Challenge mode. Sounds fun. Okay, so in here we need like 5 Black Legion insignias, right? Don't we? Did I not pick up the quest? Let's see if we still get some. Oh, never mind, I already like handed in the quest, I think. Because we had like surplus from Elite still. We gotta find farmers, we did that. We gotta get Makara's remains, we did that. And that's it then, I guess, right? And then we got the shrine even as well. Which was, well, not necessary, but got it anyway. Don't forget to lock up your breast milk if you head to BlizzCon. Aye. D4 Season 2 is actually pretty okay-ish. I mean, it's better than before, yeah, for sure. I mean, endgame is kind of a joke, and like, endgame balance is kind of a joke, but at least they fixed stuff like resistances. Yeah. Did they fix anything else? I guess the blood tides, like the better, like the reskinned head tides are pretty good fun. At least I've heard that. People like call them, it's what Hell Tide should have been, or something like that, right? The dungeon changes, I mean, when they showed like the dungeon changes, like the layout changes, like, dude, it's still the fucking same picture, what do you mean? It's still the same picture. But they did change that you'd have to like only rush to the boss, right? No like... Or do you still have to like do all the garbage like objectives? But some of those were... I mean, they would be less annoying if the layout was actually good, but the way they like changed the layout was like literally a non-change, so... Holy fuck, dude. They even got the... I mean, it doesn't matter if they got the pictures backwards or not, like it's literally the same picture, man. It doesn't change anything really. They fixed the uninstall button. Is it like in Wolsten where you can't log out anymore? What was it, like the Blood Trail season of Wolsten? Where you couldn't log out? That was funny too. The game was like literally like holding you hostage. You had to like Alt 4. Season 1, 3 years, yeah. 3-year cycle for Wilson seasons. They also invented math, yeah. Definitely. 1,000 times 40% equals 1,040, yep. Yep. That's how they reinvented math for sure. D4 mix. I mean, yeah, D4 is mixed now instead of bad, right? No more D4 bad, it's D4 mixed at least. So yeah, I mean, they're getting somewhere. But it's so funny. I feel like the designers of that game have no fucking clue to like design a game, and then they literally, like, what they do, right, is like they take the feedback from the players, and they just like pretty much do that. It's like the players are telling them how to play it, like how to make the game. It's kind of funny. And then like Rod Ferguson said, like, yeah, for like most people working for D4, it's their first RPG ever. And I'm just like, yep, we can tell. We already know, we already know. Switching from D4 to Last Epoch, you realize that Diablo 4 has actually good game mechanics. Wait, what? Last Epoch has worse game mechanics than D4? Okay, you have to elaborate on that one. Like, at least the skill trees are actual trees in Last Epoch and not twigs like in D4, right? Like, the theory crafting is definitely better in D4 and in Last Epoch. I mean, the gameplay might be better in D4. Last Epoch is just too easy. I mean, have you done like empowered? Have you done the actual endgame? Like not normal models, but like the actual like empowered models. And like have you pushed like arena? Because Ellie is like literally tutorial mode until you're like level 80, and you're playing like empowered models. Like the balance is fucked in that game. I agree. It's pretty bad as well. But like endgame is at least hard in Ellie actually. Whereas endgame in D4 is like pretty easy, right? I don't know. I've gotta be careful with Zarya here. Once she like curses us, or like once she puts out the crystals as well, you gotta... I mean, I guess on a pet build just doesn't matter, but... Yeah, well, never mind. Who am I kidding? It's just a pet build, right? It just ruffle stomps anything anyway. Anyway, so like generally, right, if she curses you and then like puts down the crystals and you have like not crazy chaos rest, then she's gonna like reduce your chaos rest and then she can one-shot you with the crystals, or rather the crystals can one-shot you, right, if they like both attack you at the same time. But I guess on pet builds that doesn't really matter too much. Because you're not gonna aggro the crystals probably either. And then they don't attack you anyway, and yeah, I don't know. Just ignore the game mechanics, as long as your pets don't die. Oh, this thing has pet stuff? Huh, interesting.
Put it to good use. I'll give you a good price.
I'll know what.
Overall, I would say pet builds are probably still about the same as before. Some are getting stronger, some are getting weaker. They are actually going to be a bit weaker though for super bosses, because they can't mindlessly face tank them anymore as easily. Like pets face tanking Celestia bosses is going to be harder than before. Like a lot harder, / maybe even impossible. But other than that, they're like about the same, I would say. What do we have here? Aether Chaos Rust, okay. Better get one of those again. Yeah, I think the loot system, the crafting, the endgame crafting is a bit like too RNG heavy in my opinion in last epoch, but like the normal like shard system with like being able to make items on the fly pretty much, that's really cool. The itemization in general is like pretty good, I think. Now it's definitely okay. And what else is there? I mean, skill system. The balance is not really that good yet in my opinion, it's pretty bad. But at least the skill trees are very interesting and you can do like so many like transmutations of skills and so on, it's pretty cool. Like that's very cool. It's way more interesting than like the skill twigs in Diablo 4. And in a way, maybe like more interesting than like the skills in Grim Dawn, right? Like in Grim Dawn, okay, like some skills are like, or like some skill transmutations are like gated behind items, but like they don't always change it like in a as impactful way as like some modifiers in last epoch. Which on the other hand sometimes leads to skills in last epoch like needing certain things to even become viable at all, and I don't really like that either too much, but I mean, that's just like a balance problem. And the in-game loot filter is like literally the best in the entire genre. That's like in-game, you know, like I know like PoE has like potentially better loot filters, right? But you need to like set them up like on a website and stuff like that, right? It's not like in-game, it's not in the game ready right away. Yeah, the rarity of items is like you're basically like filtering for affixes and LA and not for item rarity. And honestly, Grim Dawn should also be able to do that. Like I think rarity being determined by like the rarity of the affix and so on is fine, but like this filter right here, like all of this is like it's I don't know. I think it's kind of useless for the most part. Like all of this is kind of useless. It has very rare use cases, but it's kind of useless. And it would be way better if you could in Grim Dawn, just like in last epoch, filter items by affixes. Like you could like basically go through a list, which I mean, yeah, it's gonna be kind of like maybe confusing for like a new player, but it's gonna be like a big fat list, and you gotta go through all the affixes and like tick and untick what you want and what you don't want. Because last epoch is doing that too, right? And this is rarely used, yes. I mean, the new filter system that I'm proposing might also be only rarely used, but at least it's useful, you know. This thing is rarely used and not useful, really. And it... Also, another change that it could do here that would make it useful is like put a always show monster frequency here, and then you could have like rares and monster frequency ticked, and then you could like filter the rares by the stuff here. I think that would actually have some use cases, or like more use cases than the current filter has. But I mean, that's like the minimal, the thing that's like the least effort and would still have an actual impact, a positive impact. Because that's literally only like one checkbox here, that's all they need to do for that, right? And that would be something at least. But of course, like having a full last epoch style loot filter would be a lot more effort, but also a lot better, like in the long run. Yeah, also clarification, like how it works and like what's additive and multiplicative here with the loot filter is also like very obtrusive. It's true. It's kind of weird. Like it could be much clearer for like new players as well. Yeah, I started playing with Rainbow, I think in season 5, because like it allowed us to recolor the essences as well. Like essences looked a little weird without Rainbow filter. And I don't know, I kind of like, it kind of grew on me now, to be honest. It's not bad. Like, I mean, I wouldn't mind playing without it, but I guess I got like used to it now, so I'm like kind of too lazy to like switch back again. Pet build, oh my god, yeah. I know, right? What is this heresy? Literal heresy right here, right now. Time to unfollow. Exactly. Unsub, unfollow. Why are you playing a pet build match? How are you doing, Ducken? Long time no see, actually. Welcome, welcome. If you could take like the best parts of all those games, you would have like the perfect fucking game. I mean, you can just make your own game. Just make your own game, right? It's easy, right? Surely. What happened to Timberborn? I think it got some updates. I mean, it's a pretty chill game. I haven't really played it a lot because I didn't have the time to play it, but I should probably check it out again, actually. I played it a bit off stream at some point, but it's some time ago as well. Look at this interactive fight. Crazy. Wait, why are they not attacking the boss header? Like attacking the tentacles or some bullshit. What are they doing? What are you doing? Wraithbound and Wanderers. I mean, Wraithbound is away, right? It's not too bad. Maybe it's not too bad. I'm not sure. I mean, the perfect game is definitely like impossible. Everything has like positives and negatives, and you kind of like just at some point you also as a dev have to like pick what you think you would like to play and what you think is fun, and then you just do that. Whether it's like objectively perfect or not is like another thing, but you have to at least make a game that you enjoy working on and you would also enjoy playing. And then you go from there, I think. In 4 they're bringing some bosses with actual mechanics, like you have to dodge them. Well, they're actually doing that in 1.2 with this patch already, right? Like all the Celestia bosses, especially like New Ravager, is actually pretty interesting. I like New Ravager a lot. Depending on like which one you are choosing, you either have to like dodge 5 billion like Sunder projectiles. Well, if you get Sundered, right, you take 70% more damage multiplicatively, so you kind of never want to get Sundered. Or if you are getting Sundered, you have to like not get hit until the debuff like fades. Then you have Ravager of Minds now, which literally spawns arcane totems that shoot arcane balls in your face. So you have to dodge those as well. And then there's Ravager of Flesh, I guess, which I feel like still doesn't do too much, to be honest. I mean, his blood pool is a lot scarier now, though. Like, all the Celestials feel like proper Celestials now. At least more so than before, for sure. Is Sunder a projectile? It can be anything. Like, any skill can technically apply Sunder, but like it needs to be a skill that applies Sunder. So, I mean, usually that is indicated by an orange glow on the enemy when they do their attack that would apply the Sunder. So, for example, Ravager has a melee attack where it like starts glowing orange and attacks like slower with the attack, and that attack can apply Sunder. And he also has projectiles which he can shoot when you're, which he only does when you're like running away from him. That can also Sunder. And it's a thing that only works, like that only bosses can have, like bosses and higher, right? So some campaign bosses like Logorian, for example, has Sunder. Amalgamation has Sunder, and so on and so on. And then like obviously like Nemesis and higher monsters have harder hitting Sunders or auto to dodge Sunders, or just more than one attack that Sunders, and so on and so on. So they are kind of like Dark Soulsing it up with this patch, right? And you also have this like evade ability now, right? You can like hop with this, and this actually has iframes, right? This one, whatever you're doing, right, it instantly interrupts that, and it has iframes, so it's literally like dodge roll from Dark Souls, kind of. So you have the tools, right, to dodge the Sunder or like other heavy hitting attacks. So the game is definitely like getting more interesting, like more interactive than before. I like it a lot. At first I was like, does this really like fit the game? On the other hand, it's like really fucking cool, honestly. Like it really does make Grim Dawn 1.2 feel like a, maybe not like a different game, but like an updated game at least. And I can't go back to non 1.2 anymore, to be honest. I don't know, I like it a lot. Yeah, if your screen glows, that means that you got sundered. It's like a visual indicator that you got hit, and you should be careful to not get hit more. So like instead of going like the one-shot route, or like other ARPGs do, or like other games like for example Lost Ark do, right? Like if you don't dodge this indicator, then you're getting one shot. You're getting like a second chance, kind of, like you're not getting one shot by the attack, but instead you're getting a debuff that makes you take like ridiculously more damage for the next like 3-ish seconds. They kind of, I think, depends on like the attack though, like for how long it debuffs you. So I personally like this approach more. I think it's more fair, especially for hardcore. It's too rare to be meaningful. I think it's just about right, honestly. Because it affects endgame way more than like leveling phase. Which also means that people aren't like overwhelmed by it. That are like starting out the game and stuff like that, you know? I think it's fair. It's kind of like knowing the arcane mechanic. It's not a reactive mechanic. And what would a reactive mechanic be, for example? Like you're getting hit and then you have to do something. Or you can get hit and then you can nullify it. That actually works. If you're playing an Arcanist, you can do that too. That's like literally reactive, right? Also, it's like you see the animation winding up and then you roll actively as a reaction, right? Isn't that like reactive as well? I don't know. I think it's definitely way more reactive than resistance reduction, right? Big animation. I mean, that's what they have, right? Like they have a big animation and it's slower than before. Like they slowed, like all the attacks that can sunder are slowed down compared to like what the attack was before. It's impossible to say. I don't know. I think it's very possible. And I think it's also fine if you fail it the first time, right? If you fail it the first time, you get the big glow, the sound, everything, right? You know you're getting sundered. And then you're like, oh shit, okay, now I have to like, you know, disengage and like not get hit. And then you're like, okay, which attack was it? And then you learn it, right? The glow comes when you get hit. Yeah, but that's fine, because you're not dying when you're getting hit. You're dying after getting hit by the sunder. So like when it glows, you're like, oh shit, right? I fucked up. It's kind of like Arcane. Yeah, it's kind of like Arcane. It's true. It's knowledge, not reaction. I mean, it's always both, right? I don't know, I prefer this. Okay, what's a pure reaction without knowledge kind of attack then, or like mechanic then? Is it like a 50-second wind up? Like a 5-second wind up? I don't know. I mean, Do you really want a 5-second wind-up in a game that's already as slow as Grim Dawn? Creates name me box as a reaction. Wait, don't tell me you can spot name me crate, but you can't spot like Sunder, like animations that apply Sunder. Don't you dare. Like spotting name me chest is like way harder in my opinion. What the fuck, dude? Like it's definitely easier to spot than like name me chest. It would fit a boomer game. I mean, yeah. I guess that's why like some people are also upset like with the Thunder mechanic even being in the game now. Mogara tailwipe, I mean, you just react. Like you get, I mean, of course you get hit once when you don't know it. But then you learn it, right? And then you pay attention to it and then you react when she does it. I think that's totally fine. It's still, I mean, it's still a reaction mechanic. Still a knowledge mechanic, right? I mean, it's like both a bit, yeah. Okay, maybe I just think that every reaction mechanic that doesn't work... Okay, I don't know. I have like a different definition of like reaction mechanics that you guys have maybe, but... What you guys say are like pure reaction mechanics, I probably just think all of those are brain dead then. That's why I think probably like many of the like MMOs mechanics are kind of sometimes brain dead, I don't know. I don't know, hot take, but I think they're like... Yeah, but like, okay, honestly, like it doesn't matter, like even if the indicator is like 5 billion years, right? If you never stood still and found out what happens if you actually don't dodge it, then you don't know what happens, right? So you still have to get hit once, right, to like know what actually happened. Like, I don't understand this argument, really. It's the same, it's just like a different time frame. It's too hard for Grim Dawn boomers. I mean, yeah, that's why Zentai... That's literally why Zentai told them, if you think the game is getting worse with Sunder and you don't like the game, just go and play the old version, right? You can like downgrade and play 1198. They literally like made it available for download for everybody. And if you think the old version is better, you can just feel free to play that one instead. He knows as well. He knows it's a controversial thing. But he thinks the game is better with this mechanic being there, like making the bits, you know? And you could say like, know your audience, right? I don't know, I mean, I think it's like a split thing. Like, I don't think everybody playing Grim Dawn is a boomer, really. Like, Grim Dawn boomers being like Grim Yawn, blah blah, like you just fall asleep while playing it, blah blah, and so on, like... That's like a... It is like a common meme in a way, but I don't think it's like that true. Grim Dawn boomers are the majority though. Are they really though? I mean, I'm not actually that sure about it. It's not designed to be played like PoE. I mean, the evade and Sunder mechanic is also not like PoE design though, really. It's not. I don't think it is. H-poll incoming? Should we do an H-poll right now, right back here? Hog? Yo, no menu, thanks for the prime. 36 months already, holy moly, that's literally 3 billion years. Thank you so much, my friend. Welcome back to the Bloomers. You came just in time to vote on a new poll. And that is, how old are you? Okay, what should we do here? Like 1 to 20? 20 to 25, 25 to 30. What are the age brackets that we should do here? I guess do 20 to 27, 28 to 35, 36 to 45, and then 45 plus, maybe. Let's do it like that, okay? 10 minutes you can vote, or like 5 minutes you can vote. Vote starting now. For what reason? Just for like, well, to know your personal age and then like to hack your bank account, of course. No, of course not, but like, It's more like because some people think like Grim Dawn community is like full of boomers. And they're like all like 40 plus and I'm like the youngest Grim Dawn player pretty much. But I think that's not true. Everybody over 25 is boomer. All the 1-year-olds unite. Let's go. Who you calling bloomer? Hey, we're all bloomers over here. No bloom shaming, please. You are boomer unless zoomer. Smile. Yeah, true. I guess I'm boomer too then, by that definition. No Gen Z here. The second childhood count. Oh, you were in Düsseldorf, Cologne and Kiel? Oh, nice. Nice. How did you enjoy it? How did you enjoy the... the Ruhrgebiet, or like the NRW? Nordrhein-Westfalen and well, Kiel is different, I guess. I was actually in all those towns as well at some point. The last time I was in Düsseldorf was when I was, I think, like 8 or 9. The last time I was in Cologne was like when I was 21-ish. And Kiel... Actually, it's been a while as well. Maybe like 22? Something like that. Where do I live though? I mean, I live in Munich. It's like a little bit further to the south, so it's kind of far. It's like not close at all yet. Dude, if you ever go to Munich, I mean, hit me up. You wouldn't be the first guy from chat visiting me and sleeping in my bed. I mean, what? Getting his own separate mattress, of course, in my room, or like in my flat rather. You went to Poland, Vienna instead, and Innsbruck. Dude, you were in fucking Innsbruck, but you didn't go to Munich. The fuck? The fuck, dude? Also, why are you telling me you went to Germany like after going there? The hell? Instead of like telling me before you go there. Too much Germany? Okay, understandable, yeah. Every time you subscribe to me, you buy a hooker from my friends. I mean, you would have to subscribe like with a very high tier for that. Okay, where the fuck do we go? We're not gonna do SOT, right? I'm not gonna do Strange Key either at this point. I just wanted to go like through the acts a bit. We're not gonna do this one either. Okay, that's good enough. Just these two is good. And all the cheap ones. What? You let me know? Yeah, please do. Please do. Let me know, let me know. Okay, how old are you, chat? 16 people are between 28 and 35. 12 people are between 36 and 45. 8 people are 20 to 27. And one guy is 45 plus, and 0 people in this chat are 20 or below. I mean, if the average player, or like already the average viewer is older than me, I guess the average Grim player is a boomer after all. Basically. You're 13? You're 13 in May? Haha. Okay, what do I get next here, chat? I got this maxed, I got this maxed. I have the possibility to like put more points here or more points here. Or get more points in the bleed RR or like in this. Or do I just max out these two? No, I max out manipulation, right? Let's get this one first. Let's manipulate the pets even more. You're 30, you feel so dead. I feel you. I got... I'm 30 since this year as well. And 30 feels definitely different than like 20, I can tell you that. I feel like up until like 27 or 28, I basically felt like 20, and then, I don't know, something happened. It's like I aged like 5 years and like 1 year, something like that. Maybe it's because I started like playing and streaming Grim Dawn a lot. Not sure. You haven't felt different between 20 and 37. Interesting. No, I definitely have felt like the last 2 or 3 years for some reason. I didn't feel the other 7 years before that really, but... I'm not sure. At 30 you felt like 40, at 41 you feel like 30. I mean, I guess it depends on like your diet as well, and like how much you're like taking care of yourself, basically, like what your diet is, what your workout schedule is, and so on and so on. That probably changes a lot. And maybe my diet and my workout schedule have just been like shit the last 2 years, I don't know. Quite possible, actually, quite possible. What is a workout schedule? Yeah, no idea either, honestly. No clue. Getting married and having kids age you more than anything else. It's okay, you can just die then and have your kids at least like taking over, right? Right, if you have kids it's okay to die. No, just kidding. Does making food count as working out? It depends what kind of food you're making. And, I mean, if you're like a farmer, right? And making food means you're like planting and harvesting crops, then that's definitely a workout, right? That is definitely a workout. Making out? Working out? Making out is also working out? I mean, maybe. I mean, it kinda is. Depends, I guess. Hope my workout schedule won't be compromising your 24-hour 4 release stream. Don't worry. The 24-hour release stream is not in any danger of any like workouts. You sometimes cook something. That sounds very specific. Is Root Girls coming back? Well, she's gonna come back whenever she feels like streaming Grim Dawn. Or like whenever she like feels like streaming in general. I don't know. She has other things in real life that are arguably more important. I mean, streaming is very taxing, honestly, like on your mental health. I mean, as you can see here, right? Like you see in front of you what happens after you stream like 3 or 4 years. This is literally like what you degenerate to. So it is very taxing. And once you take like a big break and you just don't have like any motivation anymore to stream anymore because Because I don't know, you just don't feel it anymore, or you don't have fun anymore, or you were only streaming because you thought you were gonna get bigger maybe, but you didn't get bigger, and then you just lost motivation because it would like be starting over all over again. Then you're just never gonna do it again, I feel like. At least not like consistently. And if you have like some... It also, I mean, depends on like your anxiety levels as well. If, like the worse your anxiety levels are, of course, the harder it's gonna be for you to stream. I mean, streaming is not as hard, I feel like, as like being in front of a crowd, like at a stage, like on a stage or on an actual stage. I would say, on average at least, but like for some people it's probably easier to be on stage if they like know their audience. But if you're streaming, you don't know your audience, right? You have no idea who's watching your stream really. And you have no like instant feedback apart from like chat, like writing stuff and like trash talking you, right? Which on the internet is probably also like more toxic on average than like on an actual stage. So yeah, it's a bit hard. Yeah, the way you're getting cheered on if you're like on an actual stage is way different. Like that doesn't exist on Twitch, like with live streaming. Like you never get, like you're never hearing people like clap or cheer, right? That doesn't exist at all. You can see it in chat if like people clap, right? Or like people like do some cheer emotes, or like if they subscribe and like, you know, think you're awesome and stuff like that, you know. Like and subscribe, by the way. I mean, after that, other than that, it's kind of hard, right? Yeah, some people also get like kind of addicted to being on stage because they like the rush, I guess, of being on stage. I don't know, being on stage is kind of monka. Rude girls videos energize you on League to try to advance further. Yeah, I mean, you can kill Ravager even if it takes like an hour. You know? Like she had insane stamina, right? Like going through that, it's kind of crazy. And I mean, she also like participated in like all the PvP tournaments and like won like more than one round. You know, like she actually got pretty far. Like it's kind of crazy. Like, pretty nice. Yeah. Grim Celeste bosses are... Monka, what the fuck is this? Why do I get notifies when somebody like comments on Reddit? What the fuck? Why do I care about Reddit? Yeah, her voice acting is pretty good as well. I am still like in contact with her, like ish, when it comes to voice acting. And I hope she is gonna be able and find the time to do some more voice acting for next season as well. But she was really busy recently, so we'll see. These comments shows and have like the weirdest voice, I feel like, the weirdest voice acting. And like, the way they say like, not like this. Kinda weird. Like all super high pitched for some reason. It's like, It sounds like inconsistent with the rest of the game, to be honest. The best advice you got for anxiety? It's lying to you. Just don't have anxiety or what? Oh, what do you mean? Oh shit, this guy, we don't want to face tank this guy. He can actually hurt a fuck ton, right? Oh, he's attacking my Raven. Stop attacking my Raven. Ah, we just sound the guy when he died. Oh well. Oops. Your anxiety is lying to you. I guess, yeah. Look at the clip you found. Okay, what is this? 1 sec. Four months ago. Rotato, who's the streamer? If you pick it now, right? If you pick it now. And then instant ice. Oh yeah, the turret. Oh, easy. Wait, did you 4 damage? What? Classic. You know what next step is, right? No manual. You know what the next step is? Working out, traveling, and then streaming, right? Just stream again. I don't know if that's actually like a positive or negative influence. No idea. Monka. Monka. She was afraid to hurt other people and that's why she never went anywhere? Huh. I mean, just don't hurt people, right? I don't know. I mean, I know, right? Just lol, but oh, that's weird. I mean, I know like people that are like afraid to like kind of like dissatisfy or like I say that, like disappoint people, and thus like don't even try because they don't want to like disappoint people. It's kind of true for myself sometimes actually as well. Of the wild, eh? That's wild. Taskmasters. I'll honestly like keep most of these pets items now, because they're like level 84 or higher, so they're kind of decent now. Just put them in stash, right? Why not? Dominators, but it's a fucking frostbite. Yikes. Unlucky. Okay. I love when people ask if there's anything they can do to help with my anxiety. Yeah, knock you out. Monka. Not sure if that's the right approach. Not sure about that. It's funny, but like... But the moment you create a loop in your brain that any item could be used as a weapon, it fucks you up. Oh, like that? Oof. That's... okay, that's weird, but... okay. Interesting. Have I tried getting blackout drunk? Who, me or someone else?
Good.
I got blackout drunk like twice. That's enough.
Precisely.
We don't need this one. In response to having anxiety? Honestly, I don't really have like a problem talking to people. Like once I'm at a party, I'm fine. I'm more like I have the problem that I don't go to the party in the first place. Like I just stay at home and won't go outside because I don't know. That's rather my problem. Like once I'm there, I'm fine. Or like once I'm there, I'm like, oh shit, I could like be doing videos of Grim Dawn instead, you know, but maybe like a bit too workaholic sometimes when it comes to that, like mindset wise at least. It's just being antisocial. Maybe I'm just antisocial, I don't know. I mean, it does feel like an anxiety sometimes as well, though, like going somewhere. Like, I'm not going there because I think I wouldn't enjoy it. I'm just like not going there because I don't know. I'm not sure if it's like a feeling of like fear really, but weird. Dude, asozial has like a way different tone in German than in English. Like a way different connotation, I feel like. You cut ties with everybody you knew. Oof. No, I'm not doing that. At least not actively. Maybe like passively, but like sometimes saying like, nah, I can't come, stuff like that, you know, but not actively at least. But like, where are you from in Germany? Because I feel like it's also very different, like, in the north or like in the south when it comes to like the levels of like asocial or antisocialness that are acceptable, like that are like broadly accepted. I think it actually heavily depends on like which part of Germany you're from. Okay. Boss, just summon everything, right? Put all debuffs. Dodge the thunder thing if he does it. I guess it's just getting face tanked on. Oh, there it was. He was gonna do it when he died. Oh well. Yeah, nice job, Pokemon. Look at that, you know? You saw the animation, you saw the color, and then there would have been like a meteor shower, and then you could have reacted to it and dodged it, right? Without even knowing. Pets are definitely unplayable in 1.2? Yeah. You didn't see anything? I don't know, man. I mean, maybe should I give feedback as like somebody who can't see orange? That they should maybe like make it a different color. but I don't know. Want a sound cue? You get a sound after getting hit effect at least. You got fucked effect, sound wise at least. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the more cues the better, I guess. But it's always visual and sound. Not always, to be honest. Following this build for your first playthrough, nice. I mean, enjoy the face roll that pets are, I guess. For pets, it really like matters a lot, like how you build your gear, though. I think it's like knowing how to fix your defenses and like which affixes to look out for is a tiny bit more important on pet builds than like on non-pet builds, I think. But the actual gameplay is, I mean, except for endgame, it's kind of just like face roll. The core warning system when you leave the lane. The car warning system when you leave the lane. It's visual, you can hear it in the steering wheel vibrates. I don't know, my car does nothing of like none of that. But yeah. Yeah, I mean ideally you have like haptive. Is that a word in English as well? Like haptive feedback? Like visual feedback, audio feedback, and like haptic feedback, right? It's like all senses, right? Haptic feedback, yeah. Thanks, chat. And maybe you should like have screen shake as well, right? Or like have your keyboard vibrate when they're about to sunder. Arcane actually has a sound now, by the way. Arcane actually has audio feedback now. At least like when they cast the projectile. Like it plays a sound. How about a vibrating butt plug connected to Grand Dawn? I mean, whatever works for you, I guess. Right, whatever makes you react harder. Whatever makes you react hard. Yeah, orange might not be the best color. That's true. Will I make a YouTube guide for this? Yeah, eventually I will make a YouTube guide like the Reaper guide that I posted yesterday for this build as well. It's probably gonna take a while though, because I need to do guides for like a shit ton of builds still. But yeah, it will happen eventually. And like the playthroughs are gonna be on YouTube as well, right? Before that already. It's like the replays of what I'm doing right now. No color is best. No color. Just white. I don't know. I don't know about that. It should always like know what damage type you're playing and then not be that color, right?
Come see what's left of my wares.
Yep, it's easy to do, right? Easy to program. More of the wild, more of the untamed, and taskmaster prefix. Yeah, not too sure about this, but okay.
See you around.
Good work, that weekend.
Good work down there. Dude, I feel like actually like this kind of gear, like preserver stuff gear, is better on pet builds than on non-pet builds because there aren't that many MIs to look out for when you're playing a pet build. And I feel like the rare pet affixes are on average more valuable and more impactful than like the non-pet affixes are for like non-pet builds. So thus kind of like the affixes are more important, and then like also the bad base, like the bad base items, right? Can be a lot better actually. Is it not? Is it not what? Affixes on pet builds? Impossible. Yeah, I know, right? Or if you don't ever level in this game, then you might think affixes are impossible in this game, that's true. Let's go and speak to Lulgrim at the Necropolis though. Where am I going here? I guess we can hand in this quest then it's done. Let's do that real quick. Ah, let's do this one later, I don't know. Okay, time for the Logorion.
Took you long enough, but it appears that
I'll just try some different gear in the meantime then. Yeah, basically, I mean, what you can do, right, is what I'm doing all the time. So like every time you go and sell items, you can, there's no search bar in your bag, right, but there is a search bar at the shop. So you just write pet into the search bar at the shop, and then you click on your buyback window at the shop, and then you sell all your items, and then all items will go into the buyback window instantly, right? And then also it will highlight all items that have anything for pets on them. Right, just like write PETS, and then you like look at only the items that are like highlighted. All the other items you don't really care about, and if that's not good enough for you, then you should on top of that also like check out the faction quartermasters to like fix resistances as well for your pets and yourself. But yeah, if you're playing a pet build, you can basically ignore all gear that has no pet stuff on it. Literally all my items right now have at least one bonus to pets, right? Except for, I think, my boots, yeah. Because on boots, it's very hard to get like pet stuff and movement speed at the same time, and you also do want movement speed on boots. So something like a Hot of Haste suffix, or like a blue or purple pair of boots that already have like movement speed on them, or like faction gear like this one that already has like innate movement speed, is gonna be overall like better than like something that has pet bonuses but no movement speed at all, because otherwise, well, yeah, if you have like no pet, like no movement speed on boots, then you are slow as fuck, right? You're at least slow as fuck if you play these devotions. Right, that I'm playing right now. There are, I'm pretty sure, some pet devotions where you could go for like, say, maybe like Eel or Sailor's Guide, or like general like more blue stuff, and blue devotions more often than not also have movement speed, so, or like Jackal, right? Yeah. This one is the Hellhound one from Hellion. So it has pet stuff. Which plus pets do you value the most? So it changes I mean, it doesn't really change too much from 1.2 to be honest. I would say generally that like, I mean early game, the Raven, very early game, the Raven, and then Briarthorn. There is like a certain time frame where like Hellhound can be better than Briarthorn if you have the specific offhand from Ashes of Mammoth, from that like drops only in like the Mammoth area here, that gives like a big boost to the Hellhound. If you have that one, then you can consider like maxing out Hellhound over Briarthorn. But otherwise it's pretty much like Briarthorn being the most important one. And the others are kind of like, I mean, it's always nice to have some to like all the other pets as well. But Briarthorn is going to be the most important one. Oh, you got the dog one? Oh, nice. And a +4 Hellhound weapon as well. Yeah, then I would probably at that point like max out the Hellhound instead of Briarthorn at that point. Like, it's a bit, I think it's a bit gear dependent. Like, especially when you have stats like total damage modified by X% to a pet, then you kind of want to just like max out that pet, right? Because otherwise, because like every single point that you put into that pet is like 25% more efficient, pretty much. So TDM makes putting skill points in that pet skill, like in that pet, a lot better. So if you have like total damage modified to your Hellhound, then you definitely want to like put all your points in Hellhound. Did I test the breath? I tested it with like a 1-pointer only, so as a 1-pointer it kind of sucked, but I mean I still had like a 1-pointer there, right? I think I'm still using it actually right now as a 1-pointer. I mean I also have like no skill points to it. I don't know. I think on this build it just sucks, you know, like it's, I mean I know how it works, right? And it, right, like here. The animation is maybe like a bit too slow. I mean, it's still good if you have like the gear for it, right? If you're playing like a Chaos or a Fire Hellhound build, and you have like insane bonuses to it, then it's still good. I think it sucks on all builds. Does it still? I thought I mean, it did in the past for sure, but they buffed it at some point. And I thought now it's at least like worth on very specific builds that like, you know, actually can max it out. But yeah, it's cards and speed based or something, right? Like the animation is just shit, right? Yeah. I mean, they could like change it to be like cards and speed based. I mean, attack speed based maybe. I don't know. Or like just crank up the numbers even more to like make up for the slow animation. It's kind of bad though, for sure. I mean, at this point it's probably better to like not even have it, right? The one thing it does is like it provides DR, right? It provides like 5% DR, which I think I don't have otherwise, right? I don't have any other DR than like Infernal Breath, but like you could basically unspec it, probably have like a bit more damage on the Hellhound at the cost of like taking 5% more damage. I like at the cost of like your pets taking 5% more damage. It's also only for 3 seconds, what the fuck? I don't know. I think the debuff should also like last longer. Like, does it have to do it like, is it even like doing it every 3 seconds? I don't know. Oh yeah, we have DE, this DR at least, that's true as well. Yeah, it's a very short duration as well. I gotta ask like the pet guys like that are currently actively testing like Maya and Irdin about that in Discord maybe. What their like opinion is about the Infernal Breath, because they're actually like playing builds with those as well. I think, maybe. But it seems pretty bad if you don't play like an actual Hellhound build, and even if you play a Hellhound build, I don't know, it might be still useless to be honest. Not sure, not sure. Okay, we should like put some more points on physique, right? Let's go. Let's go. Fixing KHP level 86. I mean, yeah, just play a pet build, I don't know. Am I having fun with pets? It's okay. I do think it's sometimes a bit annoying when it comes to like directing your damage. And I also think it's kind of cheating. Because you're never ever in any danger whatsoever. But other than that, it's okay. Actually like pressing some buttons, you know, like you're actually pressing like Dreeks Yvonne, you're stunning your pets, you're like cast Curse of Fealty and Devouring Swarm. I guess you're pressing some buttons. Now. Ravager of Souls. I killed Ravager of Minds while leveling on normal, I think. But yeah, endgame Ravager is really hard on pets now. Like a lot harder than before. As it should be. Are there any plans for additional stash in the expansion? We have no information on that whatsoever, so possibly no. But there's always, yeah, the assistant that I'm using, well, not on this character, but like when I play on my main account, I'm using GRIMTOOLS item assistant to like store items pretty much, like for infinite storage. I don't think like you need item assistant when you like just start out playing the game. You really don't. You need to like learn first which items are like worth saving and which ones aren't. But once you know, and once you have like, you know, more than one character, then yeah, item assistant seems kind of like a necessity at this point. To be honest, I feel like pet builds feel even more like you're playing GRIMTOOLS, like you're playing the visualization of GRIMTOOLS. Because as long as you do everything right, like theory crafting wise, you don't have to do anything in game. Okay, so Logorian has like a Sunder right on the... Well, not the acid spit, but the other one. And this one, right? All the red balls can Sunder now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, that's another bug that they haven't fixed. Even though they said it should be fixed. Next patch, I guess. Conland, next patch. We're gonna have no more sound cue on... Oh, look at that, I'm taking more damage. Maybe not. I just have Giant Split up, and now I take no damage. I just regen more than he deals damage. Dude, I can face tank the Sunder better on the pet build than like on the other builds. What the fuck, man? Like, I don't have to move, like I'm healing more. Okay, Okay, maybe I have to move a little bit now. Okay, can the fucking pets like attack the boss or what's going on here? Wait, the Hellhound died? Okay, dog. Dog is just dog, I guess. Classic. Hellhound actually died, how? Okay, this is getting a bit messy now, what the fuck? Pets, what are you doing? Okay. Grammar style fixing. Like you pretend something is fixed, but it's not actually fixed. Wait, Briarthorn even died? How? The fuck? Dog tamer blaming innocent dog. Is 1.2 good so far overall? Yes, it is very good. They need to just like iron out some bugs, and then I think the patch is pretty ready to go though. It is ready to go. And I'm ready to go to sleep, I guess. That's kind of it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. We're level 86 after Logorian. We're gonna start the expansions next stream. And also we're gonna actually start re-gearing a bit next stream as well. I've been using the stuff that I had at the end of Elite for long enough now. So, yeah. Gonna actually re-gear a little bit next time. Or like properly look at items that have pet stats and maybe even like farm some items as well. Okay, we don't need any of that. Alright. We have 5,000 iron buds. Holy moly. You can just buy everything in the game. Or you just craft like 5 billion stone plate grease, right? You can always craft items and then your iron buds are gonna be easily gone very quickly, actually. Okay. Okay. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.